Breaking. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian's royal wedding announcement shocks the world. The world expected another royal appearance. A routine event. A formal engagement. But what came next, no one saw coming. The palace gates didn't open for politics or protocol, they opened for love. A royal announcement that sent shockwaves through Europe. Princess Leonor of Spain is marrying Prince Christian of Denmark. From that moment, everything changed. This is the story behind the royal wedding announcement that stunned the world. In Madrid, the royal press office was unusually quiet that morning. The Spanish media waited, cameras poised, for what they believed would be a national update from the royal family. King Felipe and Queen Letizia stood beside their eldest daughter, Spain's future queen, her calm expression betraying nothing. Until Leonor herself stepped forward, eyes glimmering, and said the words that stopped hearts across Europe. "I am engaged to Prince Christian of Denmark." The silence lasted seconds, but those seconds echoed across continents. The fairy tale that had long been whispered about, the friendship between Spain's crown princess and Denmark's young prince, had quietly blossomed into a royal love story no one expected to see so soon. Within minutes, social media exploded. The future Queen of Spain and the Prince of Denmark, engaged. Two royal houses united. Is this the new power couple of Europe? And yet, behind that global reaction lies a deeper, more personal story, one that traces back years, to quiet meetings away from cameras, and the delicate balance between love, duty, and destiny. How did this royal romance begin? How did two heirs, separated by countries, languages, and tradition, find their way to one another? To understand, we have to go back to their teenage years, long before titles, engagements, or royal headlines. Leonor and Christian first met during a private European royal gathering, a tradition among royal families that fosters unity among future heirs. Those who attended described their first meeting as instantaneous connection. Leonor, confident but reserved, carried her royal training with poise. Christian, charming yet quietly curious, was drawn to her seriousness, a mirror to his own sense of duty. They spoke in English, laughed quietly during a group dinner, and by the end of that night, something unspoken had begun. Over the years, their paths crossed again, charity events, royal functions, discreet family holidays. Cameras captured only glimpses, but those who knew them saw something growing behind the formality. But while their connection deepened, so did the pressure. Leonor was being shaped into Spain's next monarch, every gesture analyzed, every smile documented. Meanwhile, Christian was preparing to stand beside Denmark's Queen Margrethe's successor, his father, Crown Prince Frederik. Both heirs, both bound by expectation. Royal insiders reveal that the pair maintained a long-distance relationship, mostly through private correspondence and occasional royal gatherings. And yet, somehow, they kept it hidden, even as tabloids speculated, even as fans began connecting clues. Until now, the engagement was reportedly approved after months of private discussions between the two royal households. Sources close to the palace claim that King Felipe personally met with Crown Prince Frederik in Copenhagen earlier this year, under the guise of diplomatic talks, to discuss their children's future. Behind palace doors, it wasn't just love being negotiated, but legacy. Two ancient monarchies, tied together not by treaty, but by heart. The announcement sent both nations into celebration and debate. Could two future monarchs, each destined to rule their own country, truly balance personal happiness with constitutional duty? Would Leonor remain in Spain, or divide her life between two thrones? Even among royal historians, opinions differ. Some call it a modern echo of royal alliances past. Others call it a symbol of change, love over lineage. But for Leonor and Christian, the decision seems rooted in something far simpler. Love. Real, grounded, human love. Insiders say that Christian proposed privately, without fanfare, during a quiet evening in Madrid while visiting the Spanish royal family. The moment was intimate, just the two of them, a single candle lit, no cameras, no courtiers. Leonor's answer, a quiet nod, tears in her eyes. The ring, subtle, elegant, with a sapphire said to have belonged to her grandmother, Queen Sophia. When the official portraits were released, the world saw not just two young royals, but two people genuinely connected. The way they looked at each other, unscripted, natural, became the image of a new era of monarchy. And yet, not everyone was prepared. Some traditionalists in both royal courts reportedly expressed concern: the age, the timing, the symbolism. Too soon, they said. Too public. But Queen Letizia, ever the modern mother, reportedly supported her daughter fully, saying, "The world changes, so must we." Even Queen Margrethe of Denmark, known for her cautious approach to royal matters, expressed her blessing. "They are young, but their hearts are steady," she reportedly told Danish press. As the announcement unfolded, public celebrations began spontaneously across Madrid and Copenhagen. Bells rang, flags waved, and crowds chanted their names: Leonor and Christian, two royal heirs, two nations united by one story. But beyond the glamour, the question remains: what comes next? Preparations are reportedly underway for what could be one of the most significant royal weddings in modern history. Rumors suggest it will be held in early summer of 2025, with a ceremony that blends Spanish tradition and Danish elegance, the first true fusion of two reigning royal houses in nearly a century. Designers are already speculating about Leonor's gown. Will she wear a Spanish mantilla veil, or a Scandinavian lace creation? Will the ceremony take place in Madrid's Almudena Cathedral, or Copenhagen's Frederikskirke? And who will attend? Royal watchers are already predicting a guest list that includes not only Europe's crowned heads but also international dignitaries, a visual celebration of unity in an age often divided by politics and change. Yet, amid all the grandeur, what continues to capture hearts worldwide isn't the spectacle, it's the sincerity. Every photo, every candid moment between Leonor and Christian, feels refreshingly real. No staged smiles, no forced embraces. Just two young people, both aware of their roles, but unafraid to love in the open. It's a reflection of something deeper, a shift in what monarchy represents in the 21st century. Once symbols of formality and distance, today's royals are learning to be human before they are crowned. And perhaps that's why this announcement hit differently. It wasn't just about a royal match, it was about hope. Hope that even within the strict walls of duty, love still finds a way. Hope that generations raised on tradition can still redefine it, gracefully, fearlessly, together. As the world waits for the official wedding date, one thing is certain: this isn't just a union of two royal houses, it's the rebirth of a modern monarchy. From Madrid's glowing palace halls to Denmark's candlelit royal chapel, every moment leading up to this day has been written not in law, but in love. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, heirs to two thrones, children of two nations, and symbols of a changing era, have done the impossible. They reminded the world that even in the most powerful families on earth, the heart still rules the crown. And as Europe prepares for the wedding of a generation, the question isn't whether the world will watch, it's whether it will ever forget.